Imagine a father who owns 3 apartment buildings. He's worried. His children are still too young to manage them on their own. So instead of giving the buildings directly to his kids, he leaves them in the care of his sister Sarah. "Rent out these apartments," he tells her, "and use the money to pay my children's school fees until they become adults." Now here's the question. Do those apartment buildings now belong to Sarah? Or is she simply managing them for someone else? That's exactly what a trust is all about. A trust happens when one person gives property to another, not for themselves, but for the benefit of someone else. In our story, Sarah doesn't own the apartment buildings. She's only managing them. The real purpose is to make sure the children benefit from the property. That's what lawyers call a trust.
Every trust has 3 important people. The person who creates the trust is called the settlor. In our story, that's the father. The person who manages the property is called the trustee. That's Sarah. And the people who enjoy the benefits are called the beneficiaries, the 2 children. Now, just because Sarah is holding the apartment buildings doesn't mean she can do whatever she wants with them. The law places an important responsibility on her. She must manage the property honestly and always in the best interest of the children. She can't spend the rent on luxury vacations. She can't secretly sell the apartments and keep the money. Her job is to protect the property and use it exactly the way the trust was created. That's called the trustee's obligation. The trust we've been talking about is called a private trust. Why? Because it benefits specific people. In this case, only the father's children. Nobody else can claim the money. When a trust is created for particular individuals, it's called a private trust. But not every trust is created for a family. Sometimes, someone wants to help the entire community. Imagine a businesswoman leaves a large piece of land, not for her family, but to build a free public library. Anyone can use it. Or imagine she donates money to build a free hospital. Those are examples of a public trust, created for the benefit of the public, or a section of the public. Many charitable trusts fall into this category. Now let's talk about express trusts. An express trust is created intentionally. The person creating it clearly says, "I want this property to be held in trust." For example, a mother writes in her will, "I leave my rental property to my brother Michael to manage for my daughter's education." She clearly intended to create a trust. That's an express trust. But not every trust is written down. Sometimes the law creates one automatically. These are called implied trusts. There are 2 main types: resulting trusts and constructive trusts. Let's look at them one at a time. Imagine, Sarah leaves her rental apartments in trust. Michael must use the rental income to pay the school fees of Sarah's children. Years later, the children graduate from school. The purpose of the trust has ended. So what happens to the remaining property? In situations like this, the law may return the remaining interest to Sarah or to her estate. That's the basic idea behind a resulting trust. Finally, let's look at a constructive trust. Imagine David gives Michael money to buy a piece of land for him. Michael buys the land, but secretly registers it in his own name. Years later, David discovers what happened. Can Michael keep the land? No, the court can step in. Even though Michael's name is on the title, the law may treat him as holding the land for David. That is called a constructive trust. It exists to prevent fraud and unfairness. Let's quickly recap. A trust is a legal arrangement where one person holds property for the benefit of someone else. The person who creates the trust is the settlor. The person who manages the property is the trustee, and the people who benefit are the beneficiaries. Trusts can be private or public. They can be created expressly, or they may arise by law, as resulting trusts or constructive trusts. And remember this, just because someone holds property doesn't always mean they own it. Sometimes they're simply holding it in trust for someone else.
That's trusts made simple. I'm the gavel girl, and I break the law down so it actually makes sense. Subscribe to The Gavel Girl, and let's keep making law simple, one story at a time.